Welcome back, climate viewers. Oh man, what a good vacation. So I spent a week at the beach. I was starting to get messages. Hey, are you okay? Are you dead? Um, Luckily I'm not. But yeah, I had a good time with the family at the beach. It's been a while. Love you, mean it. Missed you. And that's not to say there hasn't been things going on. It's been kind of killing me. Um, Not, being engaged. And if you had been a member of our Telegram chat, you would have been engaged for sure because I was steady on that. So please, if you haven't already joined the Telegram chat, if you haven't, joined my Substack newsletter, I'm obviously skipping this week. I'm going to put something up next week. I normally put these out Substack on Thursday, video on Friday, and I want to continue to have the chats on Sunday. So you can do all that at connect.climateviewer.com, or if you appreciate what's going on here, you can support the channel by doing so there. So like I said, things have been going on, and nice tan. Yes, I got so tan. I am so much more tan than I actually look because these lights be so bright. But I'm not going to put makeup on. I mean, it's just not a thing. The healthiest corpse I've seen this evening. Definitely better than the corpse I saw on Thursday night. I can tell you that. Wow, what a week. What a week. So we got some news to jump into. Obviously, tonight's a call-in show. So welcome, Nita. Let's see who's here. New Yerds. I almost said New York nerds. Angela, Melissa, Margaret, Linda, Jerry, Jack Walsh. I shaved. I've been shaving regularly. Jack, you would be very proud of me. I have been only shaving the cheeks though, because I break out, bro. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I've got the best stuff ever for putting on my face finally. And I still, I don't like shaving this. So I'm going to I'm going to skim it off. Anyway. Yeah, I was in a couple X spaces, right after the, presidential debate. And needless to say, it was hilarious and sad all at the same time. I mean, elder abuse is never a pretty thing. And we'll leave it at that. Oh my God. So over on the Telegram chat, we have a couple different channels. If you guys aren't familiar with the Telegram chat, we have the general chat, which, anytime I'm going to go live, if you're going to miss the updates, if you're not going to get the updates, you will get them in the Telegram chat for sure. And we have a video channel specifically for that. And I post other videos, related to all the things that you guys never get to see. And occasionally, oh Lord, there's that ding-a-ling thing. I thought I killed that. Bye-bye. But I appreciate the follow. No alerts. I had somebody follow me on Twitter, and then I saw this picture, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Not that thing. Does it really put this text up over it? That's just butt ugly. Like, I want to see the picture. I don't want to see the text. Horrible. Anyway, this is the original. This is called a wake vortex test. This has been used by every chemtrailer on the planet. You know what I mean? But this is literally smoke streamers to see what a wake vortex looks like. So there's going to be all kinds of stuff in here. I was going to the beach, so clearly, finding something from Aaron Brockovich on the dirtiest beaches around the United States was interesting topic. But yeah, I mean, this one's from Stella. And this happened in South Africa.
Building your online business?
Don't you even dare. You know what? I'm going to kill with passion the audio, because what happens is I'm going to click a link to a video, and then suddenly there's going to be an ad pop up because YouTube's made it impossible not to at this point. But check out this storm in South Africa. I mean, like, whoa. Just absolutely insane. There's Stella. Yeah, I saw your video, Stella, and I was just like, bruh, that is a massive. I mean, if it's a thunder cell, that's crazy. I do have ad block. I got all the ad blocks. But YouTube, for those who don't know, it's a great point you bring up, Jace. Jace says, you know, you don't have ad block. Little inside inside news on this. So I have AdBlock Plus, I have PCmatic, and I have Ghostery. But YouTube is now going to a new format where they're actually embedding the advertisements directly in as video, which cannot be blocked. And they've got, you know, a whole bunch of ad block protections there. I use no script as well. You know, yes, I use no script. Warning to anybody watching this, do not use no script if you don't know what the hell you're doing, because you will break every website you go on. But no script is a JavaScript blocking program that allows you to individually block, you know, different JavaScript applications from running. Let's just put it that way. But if you don't know what you're doing, yeah. I haven't done no script on YouTube lately, so you're probably right. You probably could still block it with that. But regardless, pretty cool video over here. I'm gonna throw it up. Let's see here. And I mean, literally, like, talk about freaking biblical looking video. I mean, that is a monster cell. Absolutely monster cell. Yeah, PCmatic is the bomb. Like, if you guys don't have PCmatic, I don't get any money for it. Go buy PCmatic. It is a application whitelist instead of a blacklist, which means it only allows the programs to run that you allow, and everything else is broken. Yeah, Angela, I saw his prediction, but at the same time, the Antarctic anomaly that keeps showing up on windy.com does not show up on any other instrument on the planet, and Windy has acknowledged that they have a software issue. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, like, I'm a pragmatic skeptic. So there's that, you know. And we'll just leave it at that. But I mean, literally, like, there's like, I believe there's like an 18. It looks like a train is derailed on the side of the road, like right there. Is that a train car? What is that? I mean, is that an 18-wheeler or a train call? And we have a caller. Hey, what's up? This is Jim. How you doing? Can you hear me? Hello, caller. Ring, speakers, broadcast stream mix. I cannot hear you. I think somebody's doing it wrong. It could be me. Can you hear me? Let's try this. Nothing. Now that's a first. Willie, give me a call. We'll start off with Willie. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that looks like a freaking Proton VPN blocks all YouTube videos. Willie, what's up, dude?
Hey, which one do I have you on, baby? All right, nobody's on now. How you doing? 10-4-6-8.
Yeah, you're 5 by 5.
Wasn't Joe the best on the best? I mean, I can't believe it. I really fucked up, man.
Hey, hold on one second. 917. I'll call you right back. Maybe we had a problem because clearly Willie.
Hey, I don't know. I'm trying to help
if
you
Willie
out.
can Willie can figure it out, you know.
Oh, fucking A, man. I know, man. Joe won. He's the best. He just had a bad day. He had the cold, see?
He had a cold that mysteriously disappeared in less than 24 hours, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if there's 3 different Joes, but, you know, I mean, come on. It's for democracy.
Have you heard the Joe Biden chin theory? Have you heard the Joe Biden chin theory?
The Balchinian?
Yeah, the Mancinian.
I thought I made that. I thought I was.
Dude, they were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, maybe I haven't been paying close enough attention. But they were talking about
Balchinian shit going on, man.
They're like, it was Balchinian, not Super Chad. Chin, freaking Biden. So I was like, my wife had a great observation. She's like, they could have painted him better so he didn't look so white. But I think that they were wanted to accentuate the Cheeto in Donald Trump. And I guess Trump's finally got somebody. He's either actually getting a natural tan or got somebody who's got their feces consolidated.
I don't know if it's in the fuel or if it's in the plane farts or the methane or the cow farts. All I'm saying is there's definitely some farts going on here that nobody knows what's going on about. There's somebody farting the right way and somebody farting the left way. This shit is fucked up. I've never seen this kind of crap in my life, I tell you.
Bro,
I don't know what to say,
when he called him a Manchurian candidate, I fell off the couch, bro. Oh my God, I fell off the couch, literally.
He says just the women and brothers and sisters are fucking themselves and some shitty.
Your sisters are raping sisters, and I'm like, what does that got? Even if that were true, it wouldn't make a baby. We're talking about abortion here. Where did you come with? Whoa. Whoa.
Man, it was.
Dude, that is the craziest shit I've ever watched in my life.
You're really a smart guy, right?
Yeah. I'm average intelligence, bro.
Well, I'm pretty fast. You're slower than me. I'll say I'm a fast guy. You're a slow guy. Right?
Okay.
But you're smart and I'm fast, stupid, maybe whatever, however, right? But I just can't believe it. I mean, it's all coming together right now. So what are we going to have? Are we going to just have oh, yeah, he did steal the thing and everybody goes to jail like they said way back in the day? I mean, I would just love for that.
Dude, let's be real. Let's be real. You really think that anybody, there's a Republican who has the balls to actually prosecute anybody? Or even the ability to. Let's be real.
Aliens in here killing people. That's what's killing me right now. Is I wanted to believe that opium bullshit crap stuff for everything, right? But the flat Earth and stuff would be all good, right? But
I like Hollow Earth better.
Aliens killing people in the country, man. If Trump was in control, some bullshit, however you are, right?
Yeah.
That ain't happening. He's got maybe some people helping him, but we're I don't know what to say, man, but it's coming to a fucking pimple popper. Dr. Pimple Popper might be able to do it.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
My sister's a nurse and she's into that shit.
Come on, on, man. What am I right now? I just ate a bunch of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, Chevron decision, dude. Everybody like
Chevron
it was
is
so
pretty
good.
ain't it?
Like watching like hon, I got to bring this up. This shit is hilarious to me. Did you see it on the Babylon Bee?
But I think Babylon B is my CNN. I believe.
Oh my god! Everything on Babylon Bee is 100% fact. So let me bring this up real quick.
Ooh, I'm out
Oh my god!
right now,
This headline damn near made me die. Oh my god! I damn near died. And this shit is funny. I mean, I'm sorry. Trump indicted for murdering elderly man on CNN. Bro, I damn near died.
Man, did you see the song, man? It's called, Guiding Light. It's the old song that we used to sing before. There is so many of them. It is glorious, right? It's only a weekend, and I'm trying to disconnect and trying to figure out what the hell really going on. We went from we ain't at D yet, but we're at Charlie right now, according to, I don't know, some bullshit on the internet, right? But we moved up from yellow to orange, but not red. Because Trump is a Russian agent with Putin and Biden.
Here, I want to get your reaction to this because this shit's hilarious. Tonight's presidential debate ended abruptly when Donald Trump was served with papers notifying them that he had been indicted for the murder of an elderly man on CNN. Hey, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything, Trump told authorities. He was like that when I got here. Trump, who planned to debate President Joe Biden, argued the strange old man keeled over all on his own. The very idea, the old man said before slumping over onto a nearby podium. It was also at this point that Trump discovered the man had been propped up by an apparatus that could not stand on his own. I got there and everything was fine. CNN is fake news.
About getting picked up by the people.
But
man.
I'm here and they've been nice tonight, but then there was this dead man in the corner and I thought, wow, the game must be afoot, And believe me, I was there. I was about to solve this murder before you got here. Yeah, said the officer Dolan of the APD. Why don't we talk about this downtown? At publishing time, Trump was also had been indicted again for the murder of the Democratic Party. He not only killed an elderly man, he killed the whole Democrat Party all in one night. Dude,
the guy, Jim, the guy they call Chunk Uger or something? We call him Chunk Uger.
Yeah. Sink or whatever. Young Turks.
People would never even say he would repeat it, but he said it like it is because he said the 1984 shit. He's like, I can't believe it. It was like the
Dude,
Democrat.
They were literally tweeting out the quotes from 1984. Don't believe your eyes. Like, dude, if you watch that debate and you hit mute, if you watch the entire debate with the mute button on,
100 times. Well, I only watched it once, but I was drinking because it was just so funny, and I had a drink for all the what do you call it, the bingo cards.
Yeah. I think it would be fun.
Man, I got liquored, but man, I saw it all.
It would be fun if people went back and just took the video and then turn the audio completely off and have two people just ad lib over what they're saying, and just the look on his face alone goes, bro, we're screwed here.
What do you call them? The officiators were pointing the thing, saying, "Hey, look this way, look that way." At the end of the thing, Trump just stormed off the stage, right? And then Joe Biden came up and helped the old man down the stairs. He's fucked. I mean, it's bullshit. And he's been fucked ever since the beginning. And we noticed. But now everybody else is trying to get in it, and they're like, well, now they're getting pissed off. So we just, 81 million votes. There's 81 million people pissed off right now, right? Because they've been disenfranchised because the guy is fucking crazy.
I love the next day.
We just have to go balls to the wall with. Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
I love the next day how like all of the mainstream media, leftist pundits are like, we really didn't know it was that bad. Like, who are you fucking trying to kid at this point? Like, dude, are you All right, guys, real quick, I want to apologize for Willie. Willie,
Jim,
pause. Willie, pause.
The Smith Modernization Act or some bullshit.
I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause Willie for 1 second. Pause, Willie.
I'll pause.
All right. So, guys, I don't really talk about politics on this stream. I never ever do.
I didn't mean to. I apologize.
No, but if you jump, I'm gonna jump with you. I mean, it's all. President Michelle, no, Big Mike ain't coming to save the day.
Did you see? There's already envelopes with her on it. That's funny.
I didn't watch the RFK debate. Apparently, he got higher viewership on therealdebate.com than the CNN thing, altogether. I don't know, because the Twitter impressions meter doesn't mean you actually watch the damn video. Okay, so there's that. You know what I mean? And then the little views on Twitter, if somebody scrolls past the video, it could happen. Anyway, Willie, I love you, mean it, bro. I'm gonna take this next call.
James, I love you, man. You're the best guy there is.
I love you, Willie. We'll catch up, brother.
It's not cow farts. It's not nothing else. It's the sun. And did you hear that Elon wants to try and get to Uranus? I don't even know.
Oh, shit. Fucking Willie. Hey, how you doing? Who's calling? Hello. You are on the air. 510. Am I getting punked tonight? No? Not working? It's not working for you either? So Willie's like, I'm gonna go back in. All right, Willie.
It could have been fake. I don't know.
I think somebody's trolling. People are trolling. He was
going for Mars, man, and he's going for Uranus. I seen, internet ain't a fucking, it could be fake, right?
But I mean, the thing that's got me most excited is, the whole ChatGPT 5 getting put on Android or iPhone iOS 18, and he literally said, if they integrate ChatGPT 5 into the Apple phones, no Apple phone will be allowed in any of my businesses, which is freaking priceless.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's cutting the line with this stuff.
Well, it goes back to when he first bought Twitter. Apple said they were going to pull him from the App Store. You can't punk or troll me, because like if you say something, I'm just going to like fire back, and if I don't hang up on you, I'm literally going to berate you. No, somebody else called him.
I'm just talking about life in general and stuff.
No, somebody in chat was like,
I try and go with the I say it like to make you question more shit, because I know it's all bullshit. I never trying to ever say you're wrong on this stuff.
No, I mean, if I'm wrong, bro, please say so. Like,
no, it's fucking crazy where we're going through what we're doing right now.
Anyway, back to the story. So what had happened was, Apple said that they were going to pull Twitter from the App Store, and Elon said, if you do it, I will make my own phone. And I was like,
"Oh, that didn't happen yet. When was it?"
Oh, dude, this was when he first bought Twitter.
A while back.
So of course, I got insanely excited. All right, because right now we got this Apple Google duopoly, and both of them totally work for the Defense
Android,
Department.
yeah.
I mean, they just hand over all the data, you know. And he was threatening to make a open source phone, completely private. Well, it just came back up, like, because, you know, he's obviously an iPhone user, because you can just tell. I mean, like, X Spaces is optimum. Yeah, I don't do anything.
Gave it to me for free, which I already think is fucked up. But
yeah, I don't do anything. So no Apple devices in my house. But what he said was basically, you know, I will ban all Apple devices from all my businesses, and if that's true, there's already discussions that Elon could possibly be partnering with Samsung to make an X phone. And if they do that, bro,
yeah, I've been hearing rumors.
Me and the Hackzors are gonna have to, like, you know, give that thing a test drive and find out, you know, how private really is. But that could be a big game changer. Huh?
Wasn't the first one BlackBerry?
I don't know about that.
Yes, I don't know, maybe, but I mean, most people didn't know. You're a smart motherfucker, so you already knew.
510's gonna try again.
I'm just an old fucking mechanic. You know what I mean? I work on cars.
No.
Yeah, what do I know? Oh boy. Yeah, well, we're coming around, man. This is I don't know, tomorrow Monday, right?
Yeah.
You got to watch, quite frankly, no question, tomorrow. I don't mean to plug him, you know.
No, what's he got going on? Tell me.
Oh, he's got Chris Hall tomorrow with the, what do you call it, the SCOTUS explanation of more than when tomorrow there's going to be like another two, so it's going to be fucking wild. The Chevron shit is wild because it takes away all the bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, we can directly petition and sue any one of the bureaucratic agencies. That immunity is gone. So if y'all haven't heard about that,
there's like 5 or 6 of them that are coming
they ruled on the January 6ers that, you know, they were, you know, unconstitutionally you know, charged. That you know, there was overreach on that.
Tomorrow's 2 new ones,
and the Chevron one. They still haven't
the
Chevron
one is the badass, because
dude. That changes everything, and it's like under the radar.
And a hand in their balls, man. I love that Chevron one.
Yeah.
But tomorrow is another 2 new ones with like immunity and something else. I forget all of them. You know, but there's a shitload of them. And remember, like a little while back, there was like 400,000, whatever, the indictments that were on hold. Remember that, like 5, 7, 8, 20, a million years ago? Remember that shit?
Remind me.
And they were, I mean, I seen them like in documents, and they were. Whatever, maybe they lied, maybe they didn't lie, but I think the shit is really getting to hit the fan here shortly.
Yeah?
It might be that wrong week to stop sniffing glue. I don't know, man.
Oh, Airplane is like the best movie ever. I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
You know what I mean, Jim?
Yeah, I do.
I was like, no. It's the worst hurricane ever since forever, right?
Yeah.
So guess what else came out today on the last day of June?
What's that?
The Great Barrier Reef, right? It's got more fucking coral than it's ever had in a million years.
Oh, wow. It's just growing back magically.
It's not all bleached out, all fucked up because, you know, everything is melting. It's all bullshit. I mean, you know climate more than I know climate, but whatever, man.
Well, I mean, their whole boiling ocean narrative has fallen apart really quickly.
Jim, have you seen the guy that goes around and shows all the ghost, what do you call it, temperature zones? Right? Like, because, you know, Jim's got a thermometer in his backyard. John's got one, but Willie's got one in his backyard, right? With other people, there's nothing there, and they just use data to figure it, or they put.
Are you telling me like
like
they're using pretend thermometers, like when you say
yeah,
ghost?
Exactly, and they put them right next to the fucking airport, or they don't even have one because it's somebody built a house there, but they're still using that data to just be doing data bullshit. It's so fucked up. These people just get paid to do what. To make it climate change, whatever. It's so fucked up. The sun does it, and plane farts. It's not cow farts. And it's
it certainly is not.
I think it's tree farts, too, man.
It's certainly not cow
cut
farts.
all the trees down, man. Tree farts are the best. You know why?
Why's that?
They make oxygen. They make oxygen.
Hey, they make it rain, too, bro.
Yo, fuck yeah.
They do.
Did you see? I don't know. I see too much shit. I don't even want to know. It's nice though tonight.
But they do.
Got the wind blowing and the rain.
It's called Bacillus thuringiae, and it's a bacteria that's emitted through the stomata of the leaves. So trees make rain when they need it. It's actually
like when they flip up when the wind blows.
Yeah, so I mean, well, that's where rain.
You're gonna tell me it's like
that's where rainforest comes from. It's the idea that
next thing you're gonna
the
tell
forest
me
can create its own
when
rain.
the wind comes down off the mountain, it's like fun or something.
All right, bro. Hey, Willie, I'm
Hey, Jim. You remember that fun thing? It wasn't fun. It was fun though. I mean, then you told me that. I didn't mean to bust your balls with that.
You're not busting my balls at all, bro.
No,
I got some actually big news. I'm gonna
You told me what happened when the fun happened, and it ain't fun. It's FON or PHAONE.
Oh, the fun effect.
That fun effect over the mountain bullshit.
Yeah,
Man,
over the mountain.
What's the new thing, Gorilla Hail? What's the new thing I heard the other night? My buddy told me there was lime. Hail?
Did you say
no,
gorilla hail?
R-I-M-E. Our rime ice on Mount Washington 3 days ago. You're the climate viewer. I mean, and I follow some people that, so climate, but in New Hampshire, right? 5,000 feet up or whatever it is. Right?
I haven't heard about that.
Oh, it was a thing. No, my buddy, told me, Oppenheimer Ranch guy, my buddy died.
Yeah, Christian.
Well, whatever. It was a thing. They had ice, and it jammed up their weather station because they had rime ice, and I never heard rime ice, and that's what I wanted to ask you.
Oh man, they just came up with this new thing called
rime ice means?
No.
R-I-M-E ice means me neither. I never heard that before ever.
Well, they just came up with a new term called a Mateo tsunami.
I saw that too. And
over in Spain.
Well, no, I saw it on Lake Superior or something. It was a little one.
Oh, they had one in Lake Superior too. Okay, well,
Metanama tsunami or something. It was never a tsunami I never heard of before. Yeah, what'd they call it?
Mateo tsunami.
Yeah.
You remember bomb cyclones and all that shit?
All that bullshit.
They're always coming up with new words to try to make the weather more interesting or scary. And it's like,
or the same old words that nobody ever said before too, I think.
I mean, we used to have a drinking game where we called it, this is highly inappropriate. I don't drink anymore, but here's how the drinking game goes. You take any two words and you say those two words, and then you put the word porn after it. And if it's on the internet, you got to drink. And I'm going to tell you what, there's porn of it.
Yeah, porn is bad stuff, man. I know porn cops.
Bro, like you could put it. All right, I'm gonna give you one example. Then we gotta hang up. Grape nut.
I know.
Grape nut syrup porn.
Oh, you'll
you'll type it in, and this was like in the late 90s. You know what I mean? Like early 2000s.
Remember Yul Gibbons?
And dude, back then it was there. I can only imagine, like, it's got to be impossible now.
Yul Gibbons was the first vegan wood-eating guy that died when I was growing up. You know, it was just funny. I don't know if you remember Yul Gibbons.
No, I never heard of him.
I would go. Well, he was one of them. You know, he wasn't like Stanley Myers with the car that he went 100 miles an hour with
Robert, you killed
100
me.
miles in a gallon, and he just hit her by. What do you think about it? This one more thing I want to leave you with an ask. What do you think of Massey's wife dying suddenly and nobody really knows about? What do you think of that? That's like a fucking, what the fuck is that?
I don't even know, bro. Honestly.
All right. Well,
man,
she was dying of cancer.
I'm going to tell you like the guy in the back seat of Pulp Fiction. Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Yeah, it's all right. But see what I say, what I mean? I mean, I don't even know. It's crazy how shit goes wrong, which way around.
All right, well, Willie, I'm gonna actually talk about some geoengineering news, brother. It's been good chatting with you, man.
Yeah, well, it's just plain parts and stuff.
It's all plain
to worry about.
But hey, I got some good news. Keep tuned, you'll hear it. Love you, brother.
I love you. Eventually, you'll get on the foxhole, and I could give you some.
I got in touch with Dave, and he was like, email me. We'll set it up immediately. And then I went to the beach. So, like,
you gotta talk to Max.
Matt, that was his name. Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Matt.
Tell him when we sing it, you'll be right.
Yeah, Frank hooked me up, so I've already Frank frankly hooked me up. I already talked to the guy.
Right.
I just got to send him an email with my username, and they'll have it. So
yeah, who are you? Yeah. You don't like it give no usernames out. I get it.
Well, I mean, my username's ClimateViewer, so it's not like it's a fucking surprise or anything.
Hey, I love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
And have you seen that guy, Chris Mertz? Yeah. The young kid coming out of Climate College.
No.
Follow him. I've dumped your whatever the hell you call your app or something.
Links.
Next to him a couple times. He's cool as shit. He's graduating Climate College, doing good. He's a young kid that's got it on his however, Chris Mertz or something like this. I don't know.
I'll check it out. Bookmark.
All right, I love you, man.
Love you too, bro. Night. Later, man.
Goodbye.
The always interesting Willie Fix-It. One of my favorite callers ever. In geoengineering news, over in Italy, or at least I think this is in Italy. This one's in Spanish, but basically it says, I thought this was Italy. Now I'm feeling kind of stupid because it's not even being translated properly. It says this one's in Spanish. I know this one's in German. The hell, this was translated. Oh, I'm back on Google Chrome. No wonder. Not supposed to be on Google Chrome. Italy, 10,000 signatures filed against geoengineering. Good pushback news. Yay! Somebody's actually doing something. The signatories are calling on the government to ban civil and military use of all weather and climate manipulation techniques. This includes cloud seeding and solar radiation management. In Italy, the National Committee has a moratorium on geoengineering filed petition with more than 10,000 signatures calling for a ban on the stuff I just mentioned. Like the place I just had up, and that's probably why I didn't do that. Let's just go grab that, actually, because I tried to just go through this, but this thing was being stupid. Then I realized, oh, it's because it's not up here. Let's see if this will actually translate it properly. Yes, it is Italian. Stupid Google. This is the original Geoengineering cloud seeding, 10,000 signatures say no. Big freaking win right there. Dropping it in chat. Let me grab that real quick for you guys. All these links are in the Telegram chat. You guys should check them out. I'm going to rapid fire through a bunch of these. Yeah, Italy. Big middle finger to all the United Nations, assholes, yissholes. I only sent that to you two. Let me do that again. And let me come over here. All right, cool. We're cool there. Let me get back to this thing. I don't know why my Brave browser is not set as default right now, and I'm not going to do that while I'm live because that'll take too damn long. Other things. Pig Latin. Biolab information. Boy, this is great. Everybody loves Plum Island, right? Well, they decided to remove Plum Island Animal Biosafety Lab to the middle of the freaking United States. So it's going to be in Kansas now. So the National Bio-Agro Defense Facility is now in Kansas. Yes, we're talking about Plum Island, home of Lyme disease, weaponized Lyme disease that spread across the United States. It's now in freaking Kansas. We are in Kansas anymore. Weird, just weird. Anyway, moving back along, let me clear some of this out. That was just brutal there. What else do we got? We got a whole bunch of people bitching about the low sulfur emissions from the boats. Oh no, inadvertent geoengineering. Researchers say low sulfur shipping fuel rules made climate change worse. Shout out to Mike Morales. Mike is a good friend. Links in the details. Like, I put it back in there. I don't know how all these things got out of there, but I gotta support my friends in the details. Mike's family could still use some help. Anyway, links in the details. But Mike talked a lot about bunker fuel. And that's what this is about. When in 2020, they banned bunker fuel, all them ship tracks went away. When the ship tracks went away, they got really upset. And now, they're like, oh noes. And if you go to the geoengineering group, the geoengineers are actually calling on the International Maritime Organization to, bring back the dirty oil because described as the biggest change in the oil market history, the International Maritime Organization enforced new standards January 1st, 2020 to cut their fuel sulfur from 0.5 to 0.5% down from 3.5%. Hey, this is Jim. How you doing? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mike Crippen. I'm calling from BC, Canada.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Good. I just wanted to, I'm watching your live stream, and I just wanted to tell you my view. I've been really appreciating all the work you've done, and I've been following you for a number of years.
Well, thank you.
And you've certainly helped me understand what's going on. But what I wanted to suggest to you, are you there, Jim?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I want to suggest to you is when we had the medical time just recently, I have to be careful what I say about that, and the people that have now realized the results and they've exposed the results of the cure of the medical time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same system as what's happening right now with geoengineering and all the information that you've accumulated and exposed, but as well as a big member of the group that's making us aware, the same psychological effects the people are affected in the same way. They've sort of taken the shot, to cure themselves from whatever the medical time, and now they won't say anything about it, even though they know they're in trouble. And the same sort of psychological effect is happening with people. We've been saying for years, you've been saying it, and many people like my friends and myself, look up at the skies, there's a problem. And the people, now they can look up, they don't have to look up at the skies, they realize that we are under attack, and they won't say anything because they're too damn proud to admit that they were told this 20 years ago.
Yeah, I agree with that. So the thing is like the more you shine light on how obvious the lies are, then they have to start trying to spin it. That's why with ClimateViewer I always say geoengineering, pollution, privacy, and propaganda. Because if you talk about the pollution they're doing, of course they're going to violate my privacy. They're going to like try to hack my computer. They're going to, find out everything they can about me to try to ruin my life. And then they're going to make up propaganda, to try to steer the narrative. The problem is nobody trusts them at all anymore. And I mean, you got it doubly bad up in China, because you literally have state-run media. I mean, let's cut the shit. I mean, really, we have state-run media in America. Most of it is state-run. Operation Mockingbird did not go away. The CIA and the government controlled 99% of what you see on TV.
I understand a lot of, most of how it's working. I'm a crippled old guy in my 70s, and I've spent the last 10, 12 years on my computer, and I've been following you ever since. I know of all the programs, pretty much all the programs that are available on the web, and it took a number of years for me to learn how to filter propaganda, and you helped with your a couple of years ago you did, and you still have them up, videos on how they changed the language and the meaning of things. You did that years ago. As most things, you're way ahead of the.
You bring up an interesting topic, because I'm gonna throw a new one at you. And I'm gonna do this, just right quick while we're live. This just came up, and it's David Keith, of course. It's always David Keith.
Yeah.
But they came up with a new term, and I just thought it was really interesting that they would do this. Where are we at? This one. So they're actually calling it climate systems engineering now. All right. So we went from this is a reprint. All right. So let's be real. Mother Jones is actually doing a reprint on, something that was published in the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. But they call it, climate systems engineering, and
it's new.
It's just changing the terminology over and over again.
It's new speak. It's a new language. It's a covered language. It's yes, I understand totally.
So what? Yeah. And this is kind of like weird, because now they're just adding a word in the middle, but Firkin David Keith, chat's always killing me. Mad Jeeper, stop it. You're gonna make me laugh. It was originally called geoengineering, and then they renamed it climate engineering, because geo means earth, and they're actually doing the atmosphere. So climate engineering. So, as I give the example, if you guys haven't heard it before, the DC Geoengineering Group renamed themselves to the Forum for Climate Engineering Assessment, FCEA. So all of this happened. They tried to rebrand it climate engineering, and then magically, they changed it again after the CIA and National Academy of Science had a meeting called Climate Intervention. So when I'm doing my Google alerts and my web scrubbers to find all the latest news that happens every single day, I got to look up geoengineering, climate engineering, climate intervention. Now I got to add climate systems engineering in there. And one crazy son of a bitch actually tried to frame it as climate restoration. But it goes back to what
I've heard that before. I've heard that a couple of times with some global engineering.
So it goes back to what you were saying, that and I think I still have this up on ClimateViewer. Climate intervention. Let me do this real quick because this is here hilarious. It's like yeah, no, that's not it. It's a different result. Hold on.
Okay. The biggest challenge that I can see that we all have is we want to understand it. We all have the capacity and the ability to understand it. The ones that care to understand it need help in understand and
yeah. This was in 2015.
The challenge for you is to make it to help us laymen that are learning to understand, and when they're changing the language, and then all the different platforms and different ways that are going out, it's going out in the WEF, and it's going out in all the different governments and all that, and it all comes out a little bit different with the same headlines, the same new phrases, newspeak.
It is newspeak.
And you're trying to decipher it, and we're trying to understand it. And when we do understand it, there's nobody to talk to. So it's a real challenge to the whole affair.
The same thing is true with chemtrails. Like people, like Dane Wigington's like famous for never say chemtrails. Even Jolie Diane, zerogeoengineering.com, never say chemtrails. But I mean, chemtrails, contrails, persistent contrails, spreading contrails, contrail cirrus, contrail-induced cirrus, contrail-induced cloudiness, aviation-induced cloudiness, aviation-induced cirrus.
Who the hell cares what you want to call it?
Right,
you know what it is.
Exactly. So, and I said, man-made clouds, artificial clouds. Like artificial clouds is the most obvious, non-slave speak, non-news speak version of it. What does artificial mean?
Yep.
Man-made. Yep. Cloud. It's not natural. It's a man-made cloud.
It was by us. Yeah, exactly.
So, I actually got this news article, and this is also breaking news. Marine cloud brightness models show unexpected consequences of climate engineering, of climate geoengineering. Now we're really getting weird, right? Now it's climate geoengineering. I swear every article I read is a different version of the same thing.
It's amazing how quickly the systems are affecting us here in the last little while. I'm not focused on one little ball. I'm focused on the whole thing. I'm trying to put it all together for myself and to understand not only what's happening with the geoengineering warfare, but the whole field. And you of course, you've seen many. You have information on the early morning sunrises that are happening at 1 o'clock in the morning in Montana. You know of that, and I'm going, wow, did they ever have it covered in that part of the world? Because definitely it's somehow the light is getting around,
Yeah.
Because are you aware that this has been widely recorded by many people?
About what again?
The sunrise is coming as early as 1:30 in the morning.
I'll have to look into that. No, I haven't heard that.
Okay, there are several channels. I watch them all, including that. For the real good clouds, there's a fellow there, Mr. whatever his name is. I watch him because
Mr. BBB?
That's the fellow. Anyway,
I
watch
know.
him periodically because he's a funny guy. He puts, not just funny. He puts pictures on, and he just oh, this is amazing from Canada, and this is amazing, but I like to see the pictures, and so I can. It's like I'm there. And he had a number of early morning ones on, but he was one of 3 channels that were reporting on that, and I'm going, holy smokes, what is it doing at 2:30 in the morning right here? Because I'm in central British Columbia on the west side of the Rocky Mountains, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's already bright out. And I'm going, whoa, I better pay attention to this one.
Oh, I just Googled it real quick, and they're like, almost all open world games are like that. In Cyberpunk 2077, a full cycle is 3 real world hours of nighttime being only 40 minutes. They're like, no, it's only in video games that's happening. I thought I was onto something there. Just like, no, they're talking about Cyberpunk there.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what that is. I'm a real boomer, I mean, I've got a computer that's 20 years old, and that's all I've ever had. And I don't know how to push buttons on it or change.
I'll have to check it out. I mean, I'm seeing a video right here. This is Andrew Thompson 7 years ago. Sunrise at 3 a.m.
I see. Yeah.
So,
okay, I have a question for.
I guess depending on where you are in the world, you know what I mean? Like if you're at high latitudes, then that's probably
well, I've been around for like almost 75 years, and I sort of know what it's like around here. But in any case, I have a question.
It ain't happening around my house in South Carolina. I'll tell you that much.
I see this. Back a few decades ago, there was a huge thing going on about the ozone layer and the holes, and you periodically mention it, and I haven't done too much research on it, but I think that it sort of disappeared it was on the information panic attack type thing. We put holes in the ozone
one second, Stella, that video from sunrise at 3 a.m. is in Edinburgh, Scotland. So that makes sense.
One on that one. It wasn't a video; it was pictures, and there was a couple of videos and a couple of people talking about it on videos that were on BitChute that I watched. I know the one couple, it was Red Ice TV, and they're in Norway, I think.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'll put this in chat. They're asking about it, but yeah, this is from 7 years ago, and I mean, it's from Scotland. So the sun rises apparently at 3 a.m. in Scotland.
Can you briefly suggest if I'm on the right track or thinking of this ozone thing that was going on 20 or 30 years ago, before I even got a computer? And there was always scare about the ozone layer and the holes in it, and the ozone layer was destroyed in the north. And I hear periodically we've got a big hole in the ozone layer. Any reporting on where it's at now? Is it something that you know?
I mean, I've got a whole bunch of live monitor links where all of these are, my live monitoring links. I could check what.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't.
I occasionally look at that sort of stuff. The interesting thing right now, generally speaking, the ozone holes over the poles, they're constantly varying, and a lot of that is generated by solar wind, how much radiation is, because if you imagine the Van Allen belts, there's actually they come in, and then there's what they call the auroral ovation, the area, it's like a big circle where the aurora is more prevalent. It's called the polar electrojet. So that area, is going to have less ozone because of the overturning of, the atmosphere at high altitude. It's completely different there than it is anywhere else.
It's not like a contributing factor from all these satellites or anything that we're shooting up into.
Well, I mean, I got a whole bunch on that too, in the Telegram chat. But I just
I
wanted
don't
to
have
mention,
to know that.
you heard about that marine cloud brightening project that happened on the USS Hornet
Yes, yes.
recently? So
Yeah.
the pushback came, and basically now they're saying that marine cloud brightness models show unexpected consequences of climate geoengineering, and basically they came up to the conclusion that yes, the Pacific Northwest National Lab and the people who were doing that, basically UCal and San Diego and NCAR, the National Center for Atmospheric Research, did some modeling, and they were like, oh crap, if we actually did, marine cloud brightening at a large scale on the West Coast, it would actually cause heating in as far as Europe. So they literally.
I think I saw a report on this. Someone talking about this. When did this come out? It was 10 days ago.
This one I'm looking at right now is from June 28th. So this is last Friday last Thursday. All of this broke last Thursday.
I did see that. I heard it.
They actually they canceled the project at Pacific Northwest National Labs, and so that marine cloud brightening project, air quotes, is shut down, and basically Kelly Wasner from silverlining.ngo, she's come out and said, but we're still going to be looking into this, but even in it, they basically said, at the very end of it, back to what I said, they called them, researchers found that artificial clouds would reduce temperatures. So even they're like, even marine cloud brightening, where you're spraying sea salt into clouds to make them whiter, just like with the bunker fuel, and the sulfur making the marine stratocumulus clouds whiter. They're saying now that artificial clouds would reduce temperatures in the western U.S., primarily in California, reducing the risk of dangerously high temperatures by up to 55%, but also found that the same clouds would reduce the amount of rain both in the United States and in other parts of the world. The research team also found that marine cloud brightening project continued until 2050. Its benefits would decrease and heat waves in Europe would become more common, showing that engineering projects have unforeseen consequences in other parts of the world. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, are you people really that fucking dumb? Like we have been talking about this for 10 years on this channel.
I know they're announcing something that it's just like everything, like our technology is 20 years behind.
Oh my god! It's like
and all this information, most of it, we all know this stuff. If anybody's paying any attention to it, you would know it.
Yeah, it's really sad. If anybody wants to read the actual science on it, I'll drop the link in chat. But this is the scientific paper that got published. Diminished efficacy of regional marine cloud brightening in a warmer world. Published on Nature and Climate Change 2024. This is a recent one. I read the paper. I nerd hard. But it's like, at what point are you guys going to realize that the butterfly effect is a real ass thing, that the climate and the weather is chaos theory, not control theory? Do you know, you said your name was Mike, right?
Yeah, that's correct, Mike. Yeah.
Mike, I don't know if you caught it, but I made a video a while back called "There's No Such Thing as Weather Control." And I mean,
I did catch it.
So a lot of people,
sure.
It was
Yes, I did.
People were like lost on that one. And I mean, I got people arguing all up in my face about this, and I'm going,
no kidding. I know. I know. I read a couple of the comments on it, I think, and I talked to my friends about this stuff. I talked to my friends that are still, they're hiding from the fact of it. I sent them your videos. I've and numbers of other ones that I talk to them, and they don't understand that nobody is in control right now. They're experimenting like a son of a bitch, and they don't know what's going to happen. They're trying for this and they're trying for that, and they're hit and miss. And sometimes they get lucky, and that's when
I mean, didn't we call that snake oil salesmen? I mean, like, it wasn't that the oldest term in the book? You know, they're snake oil salesmen. They say,
well, they were.
Hey, we can make it rain. We can make it rain, and you know, we know what we're doing because science. But you know, science keeps saying no, you don't. So I mean, I dedicated an entire section. You know, after that video, and everybody, you know, then I dared say that NextRad can't control the weather, let alone modify it. Oh shit! The whole internet blew up on that one, and I'm just like, you know, facts don't care about your feelings. You know what I mean? If radio frequency, meaning radars, like, you know, electromagnetic radiation from radars, the only electromagnetic radiation that can affect the weather and make changes in it is laser beams, and it's because of ionization. So non-ionizing electromagnetic radiation cannot, will not, and has never controlled the weather. And people, you know, literally lost their fucking minds over this. So I put this whole section together. I put it in chat, climateViewer.com/weather-modification, just to, like, you know, really nail this home. That all of these cloud seeding companies, cloud seeding has been around since 1946, and they cannot prove a damn thing they're saying. And I've got quote after quote. This one's from the National Research Council, Critical Issues in Weather Modification Research, 2003. But this is my favorite one. Bernard Silverman from the Bulletin of American Meteorological Society, 2003. This is right on the heels of that. He said, it was concluded that tests conducted so far have not yet provided either statistical or physical evidence required to establish that seeding concepts have been scientifically proven. And blah, blah, blah. The gusts from which will trigger successive development of more vigorous second, third, and fourth generation cells, meaning storm cells, than those from unseeded clouds. He goes on to say, not only do you not know what the fuck you're doing, but if you put all these chemicals into these clouds, that as second, third, and fourth generation storm cells are generated from the same area you cloud seeded, that they can be more vigorous, meaning more dangerous.
Yeah, ferocious.
So
yeah.
This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. There is evidence that cloud seeding could actually decrease rainfall by accident. Edwards Aquifer District, cloud seeding 2007.
Actually, that's a gift for me, because when people start, you know, getting angry at me for talking about cloud seeding and that, and I said, you know, you do realize that I was born when they started it. And they look at me and I said, yeah, that's when they started it. And they actually,
you were born in 1946?
Yeah, well,
yeah, my dad was 1950. I was going to say.
Yeah, and in '53, that was the first time they used commercial airlines for it. And yeah, so there you go.
Well, I mean,
and
the thing is, like, you know, what people didn't understand about that. And it's best put right here in this, you know, on the possible use of geophysical cybernetics and climate manipulation, geoengineering, and weather modification. These two Russians, like, put it just on the line. Geoengineering and weather modification are considered outside of the scope of control theory. Period.
Okay.
End of story. It's not control theory. It's chaos theory. And I mean, if you haven't, you know, for anybody that doesn't know what the hell we're talking about, just go watch the original Jurassic Park, and what's his name, Jeff Goldblum, and he's like,
Yes, yeah.
you know, showing the water drop down, you know, and he's like, well, every time the water drops, it's going to go a different direction. You didn't know it was going to go that direction because chaos theory, because there's tiny little bumps and all of these things that we could never account for. I just recently watched the Three Body Problem. Great little series on Netflix if you guys haven't checked it out. But it's another one of those cases where, you know, if you have three bodies in orbit around each other, that you could never, there is no math that can accurately predict where that will happen. Now, let's throw in wind, aerosols, solar, you know, wind, energy, changes in the ionosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, the stratosphere, and then down here where we live in the troposphere. You mean to tell me you're going to be able to control any of that weather when you don't understand any of the rest of it? I mean, we understand so little about the sky and how it works. And they've been trying since 1946 to just prove they know how to cloud seed, but they cannot. If somebody could control the weather with a fucking radar beam, they'd be the first to brag about it. I mean, if anybody's been following me, you know, more than 10 years, I'm going to tell you this. There aren't very many secrets because these people love to brag. They love to brag.
And the ones that are in the forefront are really not very brilliant.
No, they never are.
In the forefront. You know, the ones that we see are not very bright. It's the ones behind them that are the more devious and intelligent.
Well, I mean, if you just go, if you just look at who's funding all this stuff, you realize it's not about, you know, this isn't about saving the damn planet. I mean,
oh no, absolutely.
I mean, all you have to do is look at who's funding it and where it's coming from. And I mean, Ken Caldera is now, you know, back in the spotlight because of contrails.org and all that stuff. David Keith is now teaching at the University of Chicago, doing climate systems engineering. He's the head of their entire department on that.
Oh, I saw something on that. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, so he's no longer at the Harvard Solar Geoengineering program. He's quit his ScopeX project. Now he's going to indoctrinate the youth over at the University of Chicago and make a whole new generation of future geoengineers because global warming. And, you know, you just go and you look at who's paying for all this shit. And what do you see as the largest one in here? I'm going to bring this image up in a new tab just so I can make it full screen. Right in the center, Open Philanthropy and Bill Gates. Open Philanthropy, that's George Soros and Bill Gates. Yep. And then the third...
We covered a bit of this in the UK column last week, exposing some of this stuff.
In where?
They talk about it quite a bit on the... do you know the UK column? Do you follow it?
Oh, no, I haven't. No.
No? Okay, well, the UK column, it's the only independent news media, the real news, the people's news media in England, in the UK. It's called the UK column, and they cover a lot about geoengineering. They're getting hit hard down there, you know, with the programs, and they're going to have a real tough time now because everything's collapsed there, worse than here in North America.
Yeah.
In any case, the column they discuss the programs that are out and about, and I get quite a bit of information from them because they do deep dives here and there and do little programs on them.
Yeah, I mean, when you start looking at, you know, who all's involved in this, you know, from Bill Gates to Pfizer to the Marine Cloud Brightening to Silver Lining Project, Bill Gates to the Harvard Solar Geoengineering Project, Open Philanthropy as well. You know, all of the above contributing to SRMGI, which is Solar Radiation Management Governance Initiative, Carbon War Room, GeoMIP, the Geoengineering Model Intercomparison Project. National Science Foundation is the largest funder of geoengineering studies. NCAR, the same people, the National Center for Atmospheric Research, the same people that said, hey, marine cloud brightening could, screw up the weather and we probably shouldn't do it, were directly involved in the Silver Lining Project, which was the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, which did the experiment on the USS Hornet. So it's like, it's one big incestuous, open society foundation. Come on, that's freaking George Soros also. That's C2G.
Actually, it's Alex's now.
Yeah, Alex is, everybody knows. Yeah. He gave Alex all the money, and Alex famously said, I'm way more political than my dad. And everybody collectively went, oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. Oh, we're in trouble now.
Yeah, you thought it was bad before. It's going to get worse real quick.
That's the same as everything going anyway. Yeah.
Well, Mike, I really appreciate you calling in, man. And thank you for following me.
My wife and I watch it. We've followed you for years. And right now I'm looking at some major blows coming in across the coastal range and into the central part of British Columbia, and sitting up on a mountain watching it, and I really enjoy speaking with you. It was a pleasure.
Well, Mike, being that you're from Canuckistan, I'm gonna have to always give Bettina a shout out. You are familiar with Geoengineering Free Canada, right?
Oh yeah, and I just can't believe I caught you on the phone. I feel refreshed.
Well, I'm glad that I was able to help out with that, and I appreciate you calling in, because this would be hella boring without me without anybody to talk to. Like, I've been feeling kind of, honestly, I've been feeling kind of down today, and this is my way of.
And I'm sure glad your health picked up. I was worried a few years ago, when you were not doing well.
Oh yeah, I look like Skeletor.
3 or 4 years ago, you were had trouble, and then we lost Mike there last year. Mike Morales.
Yeah, man.
It's and these are all people like yourself that you watch one and go, my goodness, no, not them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I cried live on YouTube, man. Mike was a good one. That was a big loss for everybody.
Yeah, he was a good man, that man.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk to you later then.
All right.
I'll give you another shout in a while. Next time I see your screen come on when I got the web turned on.
All right, man. I appreciate it, Mike. You stay safe, man.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Mike up in Canada, man. I've gotten to talk to so many Canadians, and it blows my mind. Like, I never in a million years thought that what's going on in Canada would ever occur. Between just their new online safety laws where they can't share any news sources that aren't Canadian government approved online, and Facebook's like, you go to share that link, and then Facebook's like, you're in Canada, and the laws in Canada says you can't share information that's not government approved. Wow. Just blows my mind. But yeah, I got on here kind of late tonight, because, my wife's in school. She's, becoming a nurse, and she's doing philosophy right now. So she wrote an entire paper on me because she had to interview somebody. So, of course, it was about the philosophy of Jim Lee's geoengineering and why he does what he does and how he goes about doing it. And it really made me think about it. But maybe we'll publish that paper at some point. You guys can read all about it. But the way I look at it is this, I think that when we're talking about such a complicated topic, and there's so much bullshit on every end of the spectrum that if you don't have a healthy sense of skepticism at all times, then you're going to fall in that trap too. So I guess I fall into the category of pragmatic skeptic, which is why I'm saying things like, why don't we deal with plane farts? Because we can prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And then, then we'll deal with secret government programs. Like when we can actually catch them and prove that they're, the CIA is geoengineering. We actually catch planes that we know have pipes and pumps on them. When we know for a fact that all of these planes are doing this, and the aluminum and barium everybody was talking about 15 years ago when I started talking about this, because basically y'all dragged me into chemtrails kicking and screaming. I was like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the aluminum and barium is in the jet fuel. And I mean, like, what else is there to say? And that planes do make clouds, and that's a problem. I went and I testified at the EPA. I took my testimony, I sent it to climate scientists. I sent it to the chemtrail community, heads of state, in emails. I mean, I sent it to Alana Freeland and Michael Murphy and Dane Wigington. Dane didn't like that very much. I also sent it to, Metabunk, Mick West, and Kaku. Chemtrails are killing us. Facebook troll group for chemtrails. This is what being being a pragmatic skeptic is all about, is going and saying, this is what I believe today, based on the evidence that I have and my ability to discern fact from fiction. Famously, my website, ClimateViewer, is where conspiracy meets reality. When I sent it to the debunkers and they could not debunk a single line in that entire 10-minute testimony, and when I sent it to the scientists and they're like, well, I'm not exactly sure where you got some of these from, but I can't say that they're not true. And when I sent it to Kaku and they're like, you're only doing this because you did a GoFundMe to go to freaking Washington, D.C. I was like, nobody on any side of this spectrum has been able to say that anything I said in here is true. I must be on the right track. So being able to separate fact from fiction, where conspiracy meets reality, being able to go, yes, this is, and I don't use the word conspiracy theory. Conspiracies are real. Conspiracy theory is a CIA term made up in Project Mockingbird. I'm not going down that bullshit road. That's the propaganda side of things. But this is conspiracy fact. And when you start to look for conspiracy facts and you can line those dots up, that's when you actually get somewhere. And I hope that, basically what we're doing here is helping people to discern, where the truth really is. People get hung up a lot on, terms. And, that's what I was talking to Mike about, when I said there is no weather control. And Jim's looking for fame. Oh, Lord, man. No. I would never want to be famous. At least I would never want to be so famous that, I couldn't go out in public and, I'm getting mauled and all that kind of shit. I don't need that in my life. Honestly, that can suck one. This is a good one. This is stupid the way this does. I'm trying to find a meme And the meme is hiding from me. Meme, why do you hide from me? I'm in my Telegram right now trying to make a point with a meme. There it is. Oh, you asshole. Somebody edited the meme. They shortened the meme. Why would you do this? All right, here we go. This is what we're trying to do here. Okay? I want you guys to all, understand this is what we're doing here. When we're talking about the dots, these are data points. Data is just useless until you turn it into information. And with information, you can build knowledge. That's where you connect the dots. And you gain insight by realizing that some of these connected dots have meaning. And from that meaning, you can infer wisdom by seeing the true connection of these 2 points that really connects the dots in a way that can change the world. And I posted this in Telegram. Never connect all the dots. Because this is where you get into conspiracy theory. You connected all of the dots. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's some funny shit. Okay? There are so many people out there that want to connect all the dots. Like, geoengineering has to do with smart dust, Morgellons, transhumanism, all of the things all at the same time. That's connecting all the dots. Like, it's depopulation, it's technocratic rule by, putting biosensors out, it's everything. And they do this with everything, like every fucking topic. Every topic I've ever talked about, directed energy weapons. Suddenly, everything is directed energy weapons. 5G is a directed energy weapon. Never connect all the dots. Try to use your discernment to connect dots that need to be connected. Doppler radar is causing storms. They don't. You bring up a good point. I'm gonna end on one just to show you a really freaking hard head. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick because I need to wrap this up. But I would be doing y'all a disservice if I didn't, shit on Lynn Dugan live. Because I've got, a mental case over here who is confident but unwilling to have a conversation. And I always thought that was weird, like, why would you not want to have a conversation about a thing, right? It doesn't make sense to me, like, honestly. Anyway, let me see if I can make this bigger and not show everything. Yeah, that works. All right, here we go. So, y'all enjoy this one. All right. So there's this guy on Facebook. He's a next rad harphead. Let's see, what did I put? All right, here we go. So I did this Twitter space. All right. It was called Geoengineering Real Talk. I want to be doing X spaces every so often. Okay. So I go and I say, hey, I don't want to, do this right now. I was like, look, I'm rarely on Facebook. He's like, why do you ignore my comments? Because, I invited him to my Twitter space. The link doesn't work, but why do you ignore my comments? Like I said, I don't. I'm rarely on Facebook. I'm always on Telegram chat. If anybody knows Lynn Dugan, make sure he sees this part of the video because it'll be funny. Anyway, so I link him to the Telegram chat. I said, do you want to talk? He's like, Yes, why are you denying the use of energy to make it rain? So I call him. He does not answer. I said talk, not type. Either call me here or on my phone. You know, the one I've been showing y'all this whole time, that number. So yeah, like I give him the number. I'm like, either call me here on Facebook Messenger or on the phone, or join my Telegram and you can call me there. Not up for a friendly conversation? I don't use my computer for phone calls. A simple explanation will be okay. Hint, hint, bitch. I don't have time to type on my phone. I don't type on my phone. Anything more than a sentence, you're not getting that out of me, because I'm going to tell you what, there ain't a person on the planet, there are very few, maybe like 3, that I will type more than a sentence to on my phone on the internet. Okay? I will talk to just about anybody, because that way I can hear your voice. I can basically read your body language through the phone and understand whether you're getting it or not, whether you're trolling or not, or any of that stuff. If you need if you go to connect.climateviewer.com, all my stuff's there. All my social medias are there as well. So, you know, if you go to connect.climateviewer.com, you'll see my Resonated and my Climate Viewer Twitter, my X accounts, and WX Mod History on Facebook. On Twitter, and my Facebooks, my Gab, my Getter. That's basically all I use right now. I'm gonna be doing Pilled, obviously, but anyway. So I don't hang out on Facebook. Like I literally go on there and I'll drop a link to a video or something that I'm doing, and I move on my freaking day. So of course this dude's like, a simple explanation will be okay. This is not a simple explanation. There is no such thing as a simple explanation. We literally had a 3-hour conversation on X, in an X space, and Mike Olinger was there, and he too was a Next Rad believer. And by the end of the conversation, it seemed like, I'd explained all this stuff. I answered his questions, and guess what he did? I logged into Facebook today, and I see the very top of my feed, no offense to Jim Lee, but you're never going to change my mind on this. And I'm just like, all your carefully laid arguments can be easily ignored. And I respect everybody's ability to be ignorant on a topic and just, to just go, I've believed this for too long, so I'm not going to hear what you have to say. Fine. Fuck it. That's your right. But regardless, I was like, I don't do simple, and you don't want to actually talk about this. Man, figure it out and call me. Closing Facebook in 1 minute. And I posted a link to the thing, to the actual, geoengineering real talk that we had, on Twitter. And I'm like, the link worked fine. And we talked about this 3 hours last night. Who spoke about what, Jim? Is it going to be my fault you can't explain yourself, Jim? Cocky fucks like this, used to get me triggered. Like I used to waste endless hours on idiots. Going back and forth in conversation, typing shit. And I realized that it was just, all it is these people are like time leeches. And I don't have time for time leeches. But I do have time to shit on a person live on YouTube. So I'm going to do that. Anyway, so this is how you deal with a time leech who thinks he knows it all and's got it all figured out. I'm just going to explain this in a video and use the screenshots of this conversation on how to deal with cowards online. This is what I'm doing right now. If you're so confident, call me. Better yet, grow some balls and come on my YouTube live. You won't. My name, phone number, and address are on my website. You're scared for me to hear your voice or simply talk about it. I call bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. You have zero evidence to back up what you're saying. I've studied weather modification and radars for 15 years, and it's sad that there are so many people like you who don't science, don't read, but keep convincing others that bullshit is true just because you've convinced yourself you're right and you're too afraid you might be wrong. And that's it. Too scared to admit you might be wrong. I'm not too scared to admit might be wrong. That's why, like, hey, come on. So what does a smart ass say? Bitch, what happened to closing Facebook in 1 minute, Jim? Okay. I was like, I'm reading this to my wife. I was like, you butthurt, bro? Because I actually logged back in and I read to my, all of this to my wife real quick because I said I was closing, Facebook. Anyway, so then I come back a couple, hours later, and he's now put, lasers create clouds over Germany. They can make it rain using drones zapping the air with electricity. Ooh. Now, what does this have to do with NexRad? Nothing. Zero, nil, nada, niente. Lasers, yes, that's ionizing radiation. HARP and NexRad are not ionizing radiation. So then he sends me this video again. Now he's already sent me this video. This is sad. This is so sad. He sends me this video. Does anybody in chat know who this is? I'm just curious. NexRad electromagnetic cis. I mean, I don't know. Is that what that says? Electromagneticist? I'm not sure. Anyway, so he posted me this link. This is an interesting interview with experts explaining how they use NexRad system to control the weather. No, bitch, that is not what that is. And he's already posted this to me. I said, and the other link that he just posted right here, they can use rain, make it rain using drones, zapping the air with electricity. I responded to that. That's cloud ionization with electricity, ions, not electromagnetic waves. Again, bro don't science, doesn't understand these words. You can't help stupid people. You just cannot help dumb fucking people get it. Anyway, he said, so they can't do this even though they talk about it all the time. And this is David Miles. Okay? This is David Miles that he says is NexRad electromagneticists. This is an interesting interview with experts explaining how they use NexRad systems to control the weather. I was like, David Miles is a friend of mine and I interviewed him. Bruh, you're the one who ignored my comments. I already told you this shit. And he didn't want to believe it. Look, bitch, like this is David Miles on Steering Sky Rivers, and this is me interviewing his ass.
Name, and the problem they were facing is basically the blocking high pressure systems that was steering all the main rain systems away from the Horn of Africa so that they weren't receiving their normal seasonal rain.
So we talked about it. But David Miles' system is completely different. It is not NexRad. It's not NexRad. It is not NexRad. It is not. It's completely different. Just saying. So once again, we're right back to square one. He's like, NexRad, this video, this proof. Here's a video explaining how NexRad sites are being used to manipulate the weather and then he posted again. I was like, that video is 100% bullshit. Really? Why? I can't make you smarter. I mean, I can't. I cannot make you smarter. I can't do that. I can do a lot of things. I cannot perform magic over the fucking internet and make people smarter. I wish I could. It'd be so much easier. He's like, no, you can't explain anything. I'm smart enough to understand that you're denying the truth. I'm also smart enough to know that you have no explanation for what you're saying. No, you're not. Hide behind text, bro. Just explain why you say next red making rain is bullshit. Very simple, Jim. No need for attacks on my manliness. Are you going to say that the images below of next red energy is used to determine rainfall, but that is false? The images I used in my video do not show next red energy. They show rainfall. Guys, that's what Doppler radar does. Rainfall wouldn't show up on a fucking map if you didn't have a Doppler radar to see it. And he's using this as his argument. I don't even know what to do with that. I don't even know what to do with that. So I kind of left it alone. But I want to show you a stupid fucking video.
This video will show the next rad weather manipulation that goes on worldwide, but it will focus on Australia. You can see the date of the image in the bottom right corner. This image dates from 2011.
Oh, look, there's a starburst. That's a next rad radar anomaly. Very freaking weird looking. Also, not weather control.
So the system has been up and running for a long while. This image is from the 13th of January 2000.
That's another starburst from the same Doppler radar. Now, you may be wondering what the hell is going on in all this. Some of these are satellite-derived products. Most people may not know this. Not all rainfall, is from Doppler radar. Some of them are actually from satellites in space, so you get data from two different places. But regardless, let's finish.
2016, and it shows the next rad energy being blasted full power. Here we have confirmation of this event starting at 8:30 in the morning from the Australian Government Bureau of Meteorology. They produce radar images of the rain.
Now, I want you to understand this. Rain rate, intensity. So you mean to tell me that the intensity is off the chart, it's raining here, but not in this gap in between. And this is actually streaks of rain all coming from this radar. I mean, let's try to use our brain right now. The intensity histogram over here is this dark brown. All of this is the heaviest rain in history in all of these barbs. Okay.
Rainfall in this pattern is never natural. You can see maximum rainfall in the dark areas interspersed with no rain. This can only be man-made. It could also be a graphical glitch. Whoever made this fucking video,
this is a software problem. That is not observed on the ground. That does not happen. Any one of these I've ever seen, nobody's below going, bro, there are literally straight lines of intense rainfall. And right here, clear fucking sky or even clouds, no rainfall whatsoever.
So be seen how the rainfall centers around the next rad radar station.
It just happens to be the same one every friggin' time. And up here you see radio interference lines. So this is actually where the Doppler radar that's located about right here. There's another one right here. There's radio frequency interference, and Harold Holt's right up here. So big surprise there. Any of these lines that you see coming off of these are called interference lines. That's where there's something hit with this is baseline reflectivity. It's too complicated for most people to understand. I get it. But let's be real. Is it making me money to come out here and tell you that the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus ain't real? Am I making myself more popular by saying this? No. But I've got fucking morals. So I'm not going to go and just jump on your crazy train. I used to be on this crazy train in 2010 through 2012. And 2013, I got off that train and I was like, no, this is absolutely 100% bullshit.
You can see the energy beams that are being transmitted from the radar installations and how they cause...
Well, robotic bitch narrating this video, all of these are being hit by electromagnetic radiation in a 360 degree loop, but only when you see a line, magically, there's laser beams coming off of
was cloud and rain in a straight line that emits from one source. This is confirmation of this event from another satellite image.
Oh, did she just say that's a satellite image? Satellite images don't show NEXRAD anomalies. So this is not, this right here is either edited into the video or this is not satellite, because this never, ever, ever in the history of mankind has ever showed up on a satellite. NEXRAD anomalies do not show up on fucking satellite.
Energy that the NEXRAD installations produce are being used to cause floods all over the world. The event of the 13th of January 2016 was a major disaster in Australia that is being blamed on global warming and climate change.
I've been living out here.
Okay. Doesn't have anything to do with global warming or climate change. But floods happen. They always have. They always will.
For about 25 years. This is the most rain I've seen here during summer.
That's the son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's doing a bit of road damage, but yeah, we had dry dams, so we're not complaining at all.
Yeah. We had dry dams, so we're not complaining at all. I mean, we had a flood. It sucked. But we needed the rain, so fuck it.
And have you ever seen rain like this? No. No, we've got the huge bogs and we've been trying to divert water into dams and we all got soaked. We were in dire straits with water, so it's been a blessing as far as that goes, but we just got no feed now. Yeah, okay.
The 13th of January 2016 event was one of extreme magnitude, but the same weather manipulation goes on all the time to a lesser degree.
Now this is the same radar. This is the same radar that had the anomaly earlier. Now it's working properly and showing rain coming in. Dude's argument is the NEXRAD is creating this rain, not just showing it. Now, I want to just throw this out there. You wouldn't be able to see this rain if there wasn't an NEXRAD radar actually bouncing radio signals off of the rain.
Here you can see how the rain is switched off and on at will. Watch the rainfall as this cloud stops and starts. You will see many examples of this happening on many separate occasions. There you see it has gone and then comes straight back again.
That's called a software glitch. That shit did not just magically disappear for a couple seconds. There's a timer on here. For fuck's sake.
This is not normal.
Look, these are in 10-minute increments. So for one 10-minute increment, it disappeared.
You will
8:10,
see many
8:30,
examples
40
of this happening on many
9:50,
separate
10.
occasions. There you see it has gone.
All right. 11:40,
and then
50, 20,
and
all right,
comes
20, 30.
Straight back.
All right, so for 30 minutes, that was gone. According to the GMT timer at the bottom. So for 30 minutes, that didn't show up on that radar. But then it all came back exactly the way it was beforehand. That's called a software glitch. You dumb bitch.
Back again.
I don't
this is not
understand
normal.
these people. Like,
the set of images will show how the radar energy comes in a straight line and is used to dissipate a cloud formation. Then the rainfall is switched on again. This can only happen when man interferes with the
same glitch area, by the way. That probably means radio frequency interference. And it's the direction that line just came from. Did you see that? So over here, something is interfering with the radar. That's why there's this weird return signal. And more than likely, there's another NEXRAD, another Doppler radar over here. This is not into thin air. This is old. This is from 2016. I mean, this video right now is showing 2011. So, I mean, I covered all this in the Next Rad hoax. Like, this all started around 2011 with Dutch Sense.
And the rainfall is switched on again. This can only happen when man interferes with the energy and the atmosphere. Another day and here again the same thing in the same place. The next series of images will show some more evidence of radar energy and how it makes clouds in a straight line, and it will also show
It does not make clouds in a straight line. There are no clouds in a straight line. Like, it's like you have some, this is like the pseudoscience shit that I've always had to deal with. You got people that take something that you clearly don't understand. I didn't understand at the time. And then they come up with a narrative for what they don't understand and explain it. But then you look at it and you go, but wait, even though I don't literally like, you don't even have to understand a glitch in the bitch. Oh my God. But you don't have to be a fucking scientist or like a mathematician or a radar expert to see
cloud producing rainfall being switched off and on at will in the same place as all the other clouds. As you can see, lots of energy beams stimulating fine rain in a straight line, and then rainfall is
That's not rain. That's not rain. Okay? This white right here where it's light, that's foggy cloud, that's mist, if anything. And all of those straight lines are interference patterns. That is a software glitch.
Switched off and on again. We all know this is not natural.
Oh, look. The same area, a cloud just magically disappears for 10 minutes and then reappears exactly the way it was before it disappeared. There is nothing to see here. Like, nothing.
Here in the next set of images you will see how the energy is produced from a central site that can emit...
I told you. I called it. I watched this one time like 4 months ago. Do you see that? That star bloom? That means that there is a Doppler radar right here in the center of this dot. Okay? And that's why I said there's interference caused between the two. So they do this for coverage purposes. So they have coverage, they want to space them out evenly so they don't, miss any coverage. But what ends up happening is, as these things are spinning, they're spinning like this, or spinning like this. And then eventually they spin and they're pointed right at each other. And what happens? Never cross the beams. Ghostbusters. So whenever those beams cross each other, you're going to get interference.
Energy in a circular fashion. You can see how this fine rain is manipulated to stay for the rest of the day. I have many examples.
That's not fine rain. Does anybody in the chat believe that this big white circle, it's raining there? I mean, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm the fucking crazy one. But I don't believe, and I'm willing to bet this left testicle, it's been bet many times, I still have it, that this is not a thing.
Of this with a manipulation, and it is not.
These bands of green and blue, as we can see down here by the color chart of what rain actually looks like, that's what rain looks like. Patchy, broken up, all that.
Confined to Australia,
that's not
it is
rain.
A worldwide phenomenon that produces the disastrous weather systems we all are experiencing.
Very famous spiral out of Mexico, happens multiple times. These are next red anomalies. Do you honestly believe that this is a weather pattern showing rainfall? Again, watch the color code. And these red patches, they're just little bursts of patches all the way around, and that's rain.
This is an image from Central America. You can see the frequency effect of the energy and how it makes heavy rainfall in some small areas.
There's no rainfall there. That's not rainfall. That is a graphical freaking glitch.
Areas. This is an image of weather manipulation from an island. off the coast of Spain.
That is a Lee wave. That is a gravity wave caused by the top of a mountain disturbing clouds and leaving a ripple. The same thing happens if a rock is sticking up out of a stream. You can go observe it in any stream on the planet. Find your ass some running water, put a rock in it, and watch the eddy ripples behind it. This is called a Lee wave or gravity wave. It's caused by mountains. It's caused by hills.
You can see the frequency effects in the cloud formation. This is a screenshot from the UK Met Office that shows the NEXRAD facilities used to manipulate the UK weather.
Used to manipulate the UK weather. No proof offered. Just, it's a map. Those are the radars. They control the weather.
This is a screenshot of the NEXRAD facilities over the whole of the US. It is these facilities that
Go to the Bureau of... let me see if I can actually find it. Somebody's telling me that there's a line on it right now. I'm like, hey, I'll check it out. Let's see what we can find out. Bureau of Meteorology. Let's see. Website. Radar loop. Okay, that's not good. We have moved. Stella, I don't know who originally made this video, but Lynn's been shoving this video up my ass for like years now, going, this is 100% proof that NEXRAD controls the weather. And I'm just like, that makes no sense. Stella, if you could show me the link in the Telegram chat real quick to where the freaking NEXRAD is in Australia, that would help speed this up. But I just went to this, and this is clearly, let's see. That's Brisbane. No. Which one are we looking for? Who was it in chat that said it? The line from Maury. But how do I get to that station? Radar images. Where's Maury on here? And can I actually click these? I mean, why don't they have just a freaking, a big loop for the entire thing? This is the National Radar Loop. Okay. Oh, you're talking about that guy right there? That guy? I could see that guy. It's like right between there. So let's see what they say about this. They were saying that, what was it? It just said that standard weather watch, high resolution Doppler radar. So the red ones are standards and the black ones are high resolution. So you mean tell me we're gonna see a big line come through here? No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. What about this guy? No, wrong one. Bloop. Show me something. Anything. How many frames do I have to go through to get through this? It's just resetting. Can I add more frames? There's nothing here to see. Is that the same shit I'm on? No. Palm.gov.au. Palm.gov.au. It's the same thing. Thank you, Stella. I'm not seeing it. Like, this is about the thing. I just went back to radar images, and then I clicked National Radar Loop, and I'm not seeing anything special here. Am I missing something? Let me know in chat. What am I missing? Stella, you can look at it too because you're obviously there. Is there something special I'm supposed to be seeing that I cannot see other than this white line? Because that's all I see. I mean, I mean, I'm not being biased here. I'm being honest. Like, I see nothing other than this weird white line here. And when you go to either station, it does not show up on either one. So, what the hell is that? Because it should be coming up right through here. And there's none of that. Ah! Alerts. There is a big anomaly leaving Antarctica. Oh my God. It's a big white line. It's there for months. So you're saying that this white line that's on the national radar right here shows up constantly? If that's the case, then I'm going to tell you like this. That is radio frequency interference. That means that more than likely, there is a radio tower, either like television, radio, some kind of broadcast tower that's interfering with the signal. And that's why you see it over and over and over again. A lot of the ones that we see here in America, I can go to the FCC database and bring it up in a GIS program like QGIS or ArcGIS. And because these are enormous files, I can't put them on ClimateViewer 3D. And then I can put that radar overlay up and I can see where the next rad is. And I can see where this tower is that's registered with the Federal Communications, people, FCC. And the line is directly between the tower and the Doppler radar. So clearly that transmitting tower is interfering with the signal, which is then reflected back off of it to the Doppler radar. And that's why that shit happens. And that's why it's a constant thing. Anyway, let's see what else I got to say here. I'll back it up just a hair.
Facilities used to manipulate the UK weather. This is a screenshot of the NEXRAD facilities over the whole of the US. It is these facilities that are responsible for the droughts and the snowstorms that are plaguing America. Look at how this NEXRAD facility does not allow the incoming rain to reach land. Our governments are behind this manipulation of our weather and a part of the lies being used to control us all through.
Now, it does appear that these clouds cloud rain, just stops before it reaches. This is the coast of Washington right here that we're looking at. Okay. Yeah. Langley Hill, Washington. I recognize the topography. Anyway.
Allow the incoming.
But this is standard fare, dude. This happens all the time off the West Coast. If you watch any satellite whatsoever, you will see that, and I can go to it right now. I mean, if you go right now, you're going to see the exact same damn thing you always see. Ramby slider. I don't even know what I've got it set to, but let's just go to it. All right, we'll rock with it. Let's go to a different product. We'll just go GeoColor for now. Okay, look, there is no weather there. Isn't it weird? Don't you find it odd that as we're looking at California coast, okay, and here up here it's just pouring in, but we're right at nighttime on this. Let me see if I can add some more images in. We'll try to bump it up to 24 and see if it'll still load quickly. Yeah, it's a large data set. Bitch, I got a gigabyte per second. Just load it. You can see that these clouds, they come in and then they just magically disappear once they hit the ground. Isn't that weird? You don't find that weird? Is that the NEXRAD radars doing that? I mean, ask yourself honestly, look at these videos. This is live right now. This is today, right the F now. And these are shot every 10 minutes apart. This is GeoColor. I can bring up a different version where they got the cloud phase, and it actually shows you, you know, what types of clouds these are. But this happens all the time, where these marine stratocumulus clouds, once they reach land, and then they just magically disappear. That as a fog bank, rightly pointed out by Nothing As It Seemed. I don't think that people really think that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's science, and then there's just, you know, totally ignoring all science. So like this is day-night phase. I'm scrolling a lot, so it's reloading a really big ass amount of image now that I've zoomed out this much. But let me come up here and kick it down. But if you start to like, if you when you're looking at you know, when you got all of these damn different here, just I'm gonna refresh it because it you know, it's being stupid. Instant refresh. You just have to consider like all the different data sources. Don't just rely on the Bureau of Meteorology in Australia's shitty radar to graphics product and then claim that that somehow is proof positive that, you know, and this is College of DuPage, also famously overused by you know, people who want you to believe I'm a Hunga Tonga conspiracy guy because it's real. Hunga Tonga is not a conspiracy, dude. That really happened. Archie Bunker Fuel.
In rain to reach land. Our governments are behind this manipulation of our weather and a part of the lies being used to control us all through carbon tax. It is a joke that they can get away with this monstrous abuse of their power. As usual, Mr. Rothschild seems to be at the bottom of everything that is bad in our world. Let's hope the people get wise to the manipulation of our weather and get these machines turned off.
Yeah, let's focus on the C-based X-band radar, because everybody knows that an X-band radar that can track a baseball into space, that is designed to track missiles, which is part of the THAAD early warning system for shooting down missiles. This thing is for tracking satellites and missiles. It cannot, X-band also is not ionizing radiation. It cannot control weather at all. So, like, you know, there are thousands of these types of videos. Lynn, I'm sorry, I cannot make you, any smarter. I'm changing my angry face to a ha-ha face. You know what? I'm gonna do one better real quick and just make sure that Lynn gets this video. Videos right here, Sunday night chat, and we're gonna send this one over to Lynn, and that way he has it. Covered your video. And I'll make sure that he gets that in you know, the thing.
Mobile versions are used to attack other countries who do not follow the cue of Rothschild and his cronies.
The SBX and NEXRADs are used to attack other countries that don't follow what the Rothschilds want. So suddenly, NEXRAD radars, which are fixed location Doppler radars, can attack people's weather in other countries? I mean, logic train.
I hope this video has helped to explain how this technology is being used to
It has not. It has not.
manipulate our weather, and I hope you all live well and be happy.
Like, a fear porn, like, pseudoscience video on, and that's his evidence.
This video will show the NEXRAD weather manipulation that goes on worldwide.
Stop. Please. Thank you. Anyway, that's why I responded to him. This video is 100% bullshit. And I will be sure to... Here, how do I... No, I want to reply.
This video will show the next rad weather manipulation that goes...
I want to reply. All right. Covered your video. And you know, he'll probably bitch back that, you know, like, oh, I watched your video. I didn't see it. Well, it was like 2 hours in, bro, like at the end of it. Because, you know, there's nothing greater than knowing that tomorrow is Monday and I have to go back to work and dumping on somebody who has been harassing me on YouTube because he thinks he's got it all figured out while refusing to call me and also being too scared to come on YouTube and just have a conversation about it. I put it out there all the time. You know, like anybody ever wants to have an honest debate about a thing, please, you know, feel free to, you know, come on and have a conversation. The day we all agree is the day we could all be wrong. I love it. Stone Lee taught me that saying, and I swear by it. It is still, you know, true today, and it always will be. And I want to remind everybody, I don't have it all figured out. The longer I do this shit, the more questions I have than answers. But I am 99.99% positive that nobody on this planet has or will, in the next, you know, at least month or two, controlled weather in any way, shape, or form, modified weather in any way, shape, or form, with radar waves, with radio frequency waves, electromagnetic radiation, other than laser beams. So there's that, you know, and that's where I'm going to leave that. I appreciate that, William. You know, hey, a lot of people, you know, they got a lot of theories, and, you know, claiming that Lahaina was burnt down with directed energy weapons is about the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. I mean, just, I have a whole section on directed energy weapons. I've covered Havana syndrome and biological effects of directed energy weapons, but talking about shooting laser beams from space to start fires is like using a dump truck to put potting soil in a flower pot for your wife. I mean, really overdoes it. Oh yeah, Boonies, I got this shirt at the beach because, you know, as Alex Jones likes to say, they're putting stuff in the tap water and it's making all the frogs gay. And so I saw this shirt at the beach. I've got a couple new shirts that I'm going to be wearing. And this was definitely one that I just absolutely had to have. Channel my inner Alex Jones. I drank the tap water and now I'm gay. Anyway, guys, thanks for staying up late night with me. You know, I've been out of it because, you know, there was a whole lot of prep work I had to do before going to the beach. Last week, you know, that's my daughter's birthday, and we had a great week. You know how it is whenever you go on vacation. You feel like you need a vacation from your vacation. And yeah, I'm back home. I got a lot of stuff planned. I got a new dude who I'm going to be working with, who's a video editor. We're going to hopefully be putting together the stuff for the show. He's also pretty good at making shorts, so hopefully we're going to be putting together some short videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give away everything. Do have an upcoming interview with a couple people. We'll talk about that another time. And yeah, I don't drink tap water either. Everything goes through my Berkey filter, so that's the thing. Yep. travel is tiring, and just not being able to sleep in your own bed. Like, I love my bed so damn much that if I could take my bed with me to the beach, then it'd probably be a lot better. But you can't. So there's that. Anyway, got a lot of work to do. Working on ClimateViewer 3D, updating maps, working on weather modification history, reviving that bitch, changing stuff out on the website, creating an all new show that's going to have a format, going to have a whole lot of work put into that, and hopefully getting some the YouTube shorts, Facebook stories, Instagram, and possibly TikTok, so that we actually have shorts of some of the videos that I've made on all of the channels. And I want to be doing more of the X Spaces. So if you guys want to follow me at ClimateViewer on Twitter /X, what I'd like to do is schedule these conversations for Monday nights. The last one I did was like right at 7 p.m. So this will be a place where it's not just a phone call. Literally, like, everybody can get in on the conversation. And, you know, hopefully we'll have some good arguments on there. Don't expect, you know, X Spaces. Talk about the dumbest name ever, X Space, when Elon owns SpaceX. So, like, I mean, it just happens. So anyway, they're called Spaces. They used to have them on Reddit, and then Reddit got all woke and banned everybody from having spaces. You know, it's not, I don't know. That the Reddit thing's gone. Now the only thing we used to have Google Hangouts. That's gone. The only thing that's left is X Spaces. So it is pretty cool, and I'd like for you guys to join me for that. I'll be shooting out notifications on the Telegram, on the fake book, obviously on Twitter. But if you guys join the Telegram chat, there'll always be an update there. I can promise you that, because I don't do Facebook. I don't answer messages on any of my social media except for X and freaking my you know, my Telegram. So I check my Telegram multiple times a day. I check my, you know, my Twitter account at ClimateViewer on Twitter /X pretty often. I've been using it more often because it seems like there's more truth being dumped on X every single day than any other social media platform. And you can't argue with that. It's just facts. So, you know, that's where you're going to find me at. And I do, check, you know, I read every YouTube comment and, Rumble, but, you know, other than that, there's only so much I can keep up with in a day and keep my sanity. So thank you guys for tuning in. Still got a lot planned. But all that has to happen outside of the 40 hours a week I'm working. And, other than that, say, it's after midnight, and I got to be at work in like 7.5 hours. So love you, mean it. With knowledge comes power. With power comes great responsibility. Please use the information on ClimateViewer.com, ClimateViewer.org, and SUBSTACK.ClimateViewer.com to attack ideas, not people. Love your neighbors. You know, don't do harm, and try to laugh a lot. You know, laugh at all the things. Life's too short. Love you, mean it. If this video resonates with you, leave me a comment, because I love hearing from y'all. First time here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Yeah! Remember, it would be impossible for me to do this without your support, so please join my Patreon or buy me a coffee on PayPal. And always, attack ideas, not people.